Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. This is a video for the new student academic meeting within the College of Arts and Humanities. My name is Kim Simpson. I am the Assistant Director in Office of Advising, and I am helping out the College of Arts and Humanities this semester. So to get started, we'll talk briefly about the topics that we'll cover today. So upcoming events, so the dates that are really important to remember, academic advisement and what that looks like for you this semester, and then checking your email, talking about the stuff that's important in there, when to register for spring, and I know it seems early to talk about, but we wanted to hit on it early, the withdrawal policy at Georgia Southern, and also tutoring and other resources on campus that you can use this semester and your whole time here at Georgia Southern. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First, we're going to talk about advisement. So advisement will begin in early September, and I know this sounds really early, but your advisors have a lot of students they have to take care of. So we want to make sure there's enough time for everyone to get in, have their questions answered before registration starts. So with that, this advisement session will go over spring and summer classes. Because you can register for summer in the fall, and that sounds a little crazy. But if you know you want to take summer classes, then talk to your advisor and they can get you set up with what's available out there, what options you have. And if you aren't sure, that's okay, let them know. And in the springtime, you can register for summer as well. So as far as checking your email, with classes being hybrid and online, it's super important that you're checking that several times a day, but you'll also get the link to schedule your academic advising appointment in an email. So be on the lookout for that early September. If you have to miss your appointment, please cancel it. There are other students who can take advantage of your time slot if you're not there. So just be respectful of your peers and of your advisor's time, and let that be available for them. Registration dates, some of you may have been dual enrolled or transferred from another institution, so we just like to go over how registration is set up at Georgia Southern. So registration is determined by your total number of hours and sometimes other student classifications. So if you're in the honors program, you'll be registering on the first day of registration, whether you have 0 hours or 50 hours. So that's a classification that puts you essentially on the first day of registration. If you don't have one of these classifications, it does go by hours. So if you came in with 15 credit hours, you may be registering the day before someone who has maybe like 0 to 6 hours. And that's really based on students having more hours needing to get like important classes for their majors. So there may be only 2 sections of communication theory, and you really need that. Whereas freshmen, you are more of taking core classes. There's several sections of the classes that you need to take to fulfill your degree program. So as far as this helpful tips website, I'm going to show you really quick what this looks like. We'll go over this registration checklist in this video, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Just know that it's here for you to review. There are a lot of things on here for registration help. So like, how do I find my advisement form if I don't know, if you lost it, or you went home and left it in your dorm, how to use EAB Navigate, how to look up your EAL ID, if you have holds on your account, how to do that, how to waitlist a course. So all sorts of information here. And at the bottom, for those of you who didn't register yourself, which is probably the majority of you, here's the video on how to register for classes. This is going to be super important because you didn't do it yourself. So you might go over it in your first year experience course. For those of you who aren't taking that course, this video you need to check out. So that's a little bit about what is on this page. So make sure you check it out or keep it in mind when you have questions later. So we're going back to our presentation. As far as scheduling an appointment, like I said, your advisor will send out an email to you asking you to make an appointment. What is different about this semester than past semesters is all of these appointments are going to be virtual. So you'll need to be on the lookout for the Zoom link that is in the confirmation email and also the reminder email that you'll get an hour before. And this is just really important to note that when you're signing up this way, it is going to be virtual, so you won't show up to our office. So directions right here, you'll get your email, click on the schedule appointment in the email. You're going to choose a day and a time that works for you. The good thing is the system won't let it overlap with your classes, so that's great. And then there is a comment box where you can let your advisor know if you have any questions that you may have before meeting with them. And I would encourage you to use this. It allows your advisor to prep a little bit more. They're better prepared when they meet with you, so they have all of the information laid out for you. And if you have no questions, totally okay. We just ask that you give us a heads up if you have something important that you're wanting to go over, something specific. Then you'll confirm your appointment, and then like I said, your advisor's link to attend the Zoom meeting will be in the appointment summary or the special instructions, I believe it says. We do have a limited amount of in-person appointments. They're on a first-come, first-served basis since we're trying to see people, mostly virtual, and that's really just to cut down on the traffic that goes in and out of our offices. There's several advisors in one office suite, and we just don't want too many students and advisors in there. The pandemic has caused us to operate in different ways. So scheduling an appointment in a different way, if you absolutely need a face-to-face appointment with an advisor, you'll actually go into your My Georgia Southern portal. You'll click on Make an Advising Appointment. Then you'll click on Get Assistance. I think it's in the top right corner. And then you'll go through these steps, like the normal steps that you would make another appointment, so academic advising. You'll click your service, which will be academic advising. Click Next, and then you'll choose, or you'll confirm the location. You'll choose your day and time that you want to meet with your advisor and confirm an appointment. And just again, so you know, let me move myself over here so you can see that in-person availability is limited. Okay, so as far as finding out when you're registered, when you're registering, I would, if I were you, go ahead and do that. Put it on your calendar, put it in your planner, put it wherever that you're going to remember this, because you will register at 6 a.m. and your advisors are not in the office working. And if you make an appointment, let's say in mid-September, and you don't register until early November, there's a lot of time in between. So you want to make sure you put that registration date somewhere special that you will see when the time arrives. So to find out when you register, you'll go into your My Georgia Southern. You're going to click on Wings. If you don't know, there's a search bar in the top right corner of your My Georgia Southern. If you want to type in Wings there, it'll populate it up on your screen. So click on Wings, then you're going to click on Student, and then Registration, and then this Check Your Registration Status, Time Slot, and More. And you're going to select Spring 2020, because that's what you're registering for, and then it'll tell you what day and time you register. So make sure you look that up early. We don't really send out reminders based on, we'll say like registration starting soon, but you're going to have to find out the exact day and time that you register, because everyone's so different and what they have going on as far as hours or classification, that sort of thing. So make sure you take the time to do that. Move myself back over. Next up is the withdrawal policy. So what is a withdrawal? A withdrawal is when you get out of a class after the add drop period. So the first 4 days of the semester is considered add drop. Anything after that is a withdrawal. And we have questions on here like, why would you consider a withdrawal? Maybe maybe something's just not clicking. You went to tutoring, you studied with friends, and it's just not working out. That might be the time to withdraw. We sometimes get questions 2 weeks in, like, I failed the first quiz, I need to withdraw from this course. And really you need to give it more time. So take a look at your syllabus, see how things are weighted. If the first quiz that you took is only 5% of your grade, then you have like a chance to get 95% in that class. So there's still a chance for an A. Before you withdraw, we ask that you talk to your academic advisor. Some of the courses you're in are prereqs and are allowing you to progress in your major. And if that's one of those classes, you need to know, because it could not be offered again until a year later. So just make sure you talk to your academic advisor before you just go in and click to withdraw. Also, talk to your faculty members. There may be a chance that they're willing to work with you, just depending on the situation. There's obviously a lot going on in the world right now. So if you happen to get sick, of course, report it to CARES. Hopefully your faculty members are working with you and you can bring up that grade. So just make sure you're talking with them. Also, always check with financial aid. If you're going to drop below full-time, it could negatively impact your financial aid situation. Your academic advisors don't have that information to offer you, but we just encourage you to check with your financial aid counselor. And then how to withdraw. If you get to the point where you need to withdraw, you will do that in wings. So what we talked about on the slide before of checking your registration time, you'll want to make sure that you go into wings to withdraw. Important thing to note, students are only granted 6 withdrawals total while at Georgia Southern University. So once you hit that 6, things would be considered a withdrawal fail. Also, an important thing to remember is the withdrawal period is only halfway through the semester. So the last day to withdraw without academic penalty is October 12th this year. And you'll see notifications go out about this, but just keep that in mind. Once October 13th hits, it's going to be considered a failing grade and negatively impact your GPA. So if you need to withdraw, make sure you do it before October 12th. There are also medical withdrawals, military withdrawals, voluntary cancellation. These are all treated differently. So if you have any of these situations, feel free to reach out to your academic advisor for them to send you the policies and explain the process a little bit more. So the withdrawal policy that we talk about is like the general withdrawal policy. Obviously, there are other situations that occur that are out of our hands, and we have things in place to hopefully help you navigate that while here at Georgia Southern. So as far as COVID concerns, we thought some of you might have questions about this. Health services, here are your point places on both campuses. So Plant Drive for Statesburg, Compass Point for Armstrong. There are telehealth appointments available. The Care Site Center, you've all got this sent to your emails, and I know your email can be overwhelming, but if you want to use the search bar on Georgia Southern, you can type in Care Center Act and it'll pull up. Also on here, I know there were concerns, and I don't know if any of you have found yourself in the situation to have an in-person class, and then 15 minutes later, you have to hop onto a Zoom call. So some people on campus have dedicated rooms specifically for you all to hop onto those Zoom calls if you can't get back to your apartment or to your house. So I don't know if you want to take a picture of this. I think it's posted on some social media sites. But in Statesboro and on Armstrong campus, there are places for you to go. One thing we do encourage people to do is ask for help. Y'all are coming, y'all are coming to Georgia Southern with, none of you had the like in-person orientation. Y'all did have stuff through Folio, so we know that y'all kind of missed out on meeting key campus partners. So if you need help, by all means, ask for it. We don't know you need help unless you ask for it. We can't help you unless you ask for it. So make sure you use the Academic Success Center. They have virtual and in-person options. They have tutoring for many core classes, and they have peer mentors, which is a really great tool. They also offer workshops as well. So maybe you're like, I'm having a really hard time managing my time because I have half my classes in person and half online. I decided to join the student organization. I also have marching band to do. I mean, there could be a lot going on, and a lot of times people don't know how to manage that. And I think managing your time is something you just practice your whole life, essentially. Have a writing center. They do have virtual editing conferences, so if you want to check that out. Our counseling center is doing individual and group counseling sessions. They do workshops. They have relaxation and stress management. There's a whole lot of stuff on their website. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, check it out. You all pay for the services that the counseling center offers, so you might as well go ahead and use it. Make sure you're utilizing faculty office hours. So your syllabus should list when your professor's office hours are, and this is a one-on-one time for you to ask questions, engage in the material. Maybe it's a professor within the department that you're majoring in and you just want to get to know someone better within that department. Make sure you visit their office hours. You need to make those connections. And then us, your advisors, we can help you. We have appointments. Everyone's doing drop-in hours, a couple hours a week. So if you just have a quick question that you need to ask or to follow up on, make sure you check out those drop-in hours. And if we don't know the answers, we at least know who to send you to or who to ask for help. So always, always, always ask for help if you need it, so we can get it, whatever the situation is, resolved. So in our traditional non-recorded meeting, we had split by advisors. So thanks for checking out this video. And if you have any questions, please follow up with your academic advisor. And we look forward to meeting you this semester during your appointment. Bye.